Are you totally new here? Have you seen this makeup all over YouTube and social media, but you see like polka dots and stripes and people blend it in and you're like, I'm not sure if I like how that looks. You are in the right place if you are here to learn about Seint makeup. This is my Seint makeup 6-month review. Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Michelle Spieler. I'm the creator of the Mature Makeup Masterclass. It's a series of over 20 classes on mature technique. And I talk mostly all traditional drugstore and department store, Ulta, Sephora, that type of makeup. But I do have one video on Demi, which is color correcting wax. And it's really just to educate you on how to keep up with our maturing faces with techniques and what looks prettiest in person. If you're new here, I only do makeup that looks pretty close up. If you met me on the street or if we grabbed a coffee, I want to look as natural and pretty and plump and youthful as possible close up. I'm not interested in social media makeup. I want to look good close up. And so that's what I teach. I'm also an over 25-year professional makeup artist. I've worked in Hollywood and I still do production out here on the East Coast, but truth be told, I turn down work every week because I just don't have time. I'm so busy with 2 YouTubes a week, and then I have all my brand deals over on TikTok. And that's another thing. You might see me talking about some really great brands. I have a huge video coming up for Jones Road Beauty, and I absolutely love it. I'm working with Anastasia Beverly Hills. I work with Say Beauty, Kosas, Ma Beauty, Caudalie Skincare, which I have on today. I talk about everything because I'm a 25-year pro. So, you can't ask me what my favorite makeup is. That's like asking a mom, who's your favorite child? We love it all, right? And so there is one I reach for the most, and that is why you're here today. This is Seint makeup. And I have been on social media for 7 years now. I got on really more as a fitness expert and started doing makeup videos to get more followers and gain more attention. And nobody cared about fitness, but they were here for skincare and makeup. And that just kept growing and growing, and TikTok changed my life. But where am I going with this? It took 7 years to really grow my audience. And what you'll see is that I love all makeup, and I've used it all. Drugstore, YSL, Chanel, Estee Lauder, Lancome, I've used it all. But today, I wanna show you the one that I reach for when I wanna feel the most beautiful. And I just went to Charleston to meet a really good friend, and I got there and I didn't like how my eyes looked, and I took all my eye makeup off and started over real quick. And I'm gonna do that same look today using all Seint makeup. It's really how I feel the most beautiful. And Seint is not something I planned on, okay? It was like, I don't wanna say it was a curveball. I wanna say it was a meteor. It was a meteor that crashed into my life. I never expected it. I literally just wanted to make my under eyes look prettier using color correcting waxes, thanks to my friend Amanda Hill. And I bought this for my pro kit. I didn't even buy this for myself. Like 3 colors I bought for myself, and then I bought this for my pro kit because when I do commercial, high def camera is not forgiving. It shows every hair on the face. It shows every pore. It shows a pimple. It shows acne texture. High def is not the friend to the makeup artist. And so this is something that I can use under actors and actresses' eyes, scars, old blemishes, especially on ethnic skin, turns really, really dark before it fades over time. I needed something that worked beautifully. And that's how I got into Demi. And I started that in January on YouTube and was not expecting the response I got. So then I thought, hey, maybe since I'm talking about Demi, and it used to be a separate website, and then they merged with the Seint, I thought, hey, maybe I should probably start talking about the makeup too. Maybe I should start talking about that. And y'all went crazy. Y'all went crazy, and my life forever changed. And I'm so happy. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm so happy to help so many of you. And I thought that I owed everyone a 6-month review, because you can watch influencers and content creators, you know, try on a foundation and go, oh, that is so beautiful, right? How does it look 12 hours later? How does it look in the summer? How does it look in the winter? How does it look over a breakout? How does it look on mature skin? You know, so this is why it's so important to support and follow mature content creators, because you should be following people who look more like you, okay? So that's why I felt I needed to do a 6-month review on Seint. So let's get started, and I'll just talk to you about different things as we, you know, go along. I'm gonna clip my hair out of the way just to make it easier. Oh, that's cute on myself. Okay, my face is completely primed with skincare, and I used my favorite, look at this, it's all gone, Beauty of Joseon SPF 50. If you struggle with SPF, this feels like skincare, and it's a 50, and it's been tested again and again in labs, and sure enough, you know, sometimes they can say it's a 50 and then you test it in the lab and it's more like a 29. This is a 50, and I want you to see this. It leaves 0 white cast. It can work on women of all colors, and it's an SPF 50, and it feels like skincare. Oh, and it's Korean, so big surprise there. That's Beauty of Joseon. It's very hard to find. It is always sold out, but here it is. I get it on Amazon. Sometimes I get it on stylevana.com too. Another thing I want to say is, in the beginning, I've changed a lot of my philosophies with Seint. In the beginning, I highly recommended a primer, and I sent everyone to get Tatcha primer, specifically if you are dry skin. In fact, I'm gonna do a little bit of this under my eyes. When I tell you I put this on so sheer, I'm just doing that because I really think this is beautiful under demi, but it needs a few minutes before you put the demi on, which is fine because we don't put the demi on until the end, okay? That's the Tatcha. That is for women who are normal to dry. And I love it under the demi. I love it under the eyes, okay? But I don't recommend that to everyone. Then we started really learning more that silicone primers do not work well under the Seint makeup. For some people it does, but for most people it does not. So of course, I always recommended the RMS Beauty. This is their beautiful primer. You just twist it up. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It works on all skin types, but again, probably more normal to dry. And it works beautifully with Seint makeup. So we know this is tried or true. Many other primers have not worked for you all. So let me tell you what I found. I always loved the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, but it's about $38. And then good old e.l.f. came out with Power Grip, and I'm telling you, it is the same thing. If you are normal to oily, combination oily, you need this. It's $10, and watch this. It's not silicone based, it's water based. It's a gel. It is sticky, but that's okay. You are only going to put it where you have trouble keeping makeup on, because again, it's Power Grip. It's gonna grip your makeup, it's gonna hold it on. What I personally like about this, I don't need it, but you know what, I'll put a little bit on for kicks and giggles. Seint doesn't settle in my pores, but if I put it right here, you could do your chin, you can do the pores up here. It does not allow makeup to settle in your pores, settle in your lines and creases. It really holds the makeup in place, and it works beautifully on all skin types, but specifically oily, combo, normal to oily, women who maybe have the appearance of larger pores, and this really helps, okay? A lot of the primers that blur pores, like I've told you to go get Dermablend Pore Saver, beautiful, love it. It really fills the pores in. Sometimes it works great under Seint, sometimes it doesn't. You know, we are all guinea pigs, and you have to understand that nobody's opinion is law, okay? Even with me, I'm a 25-year makeup pro, but sometimes I have to troubleshoot again and again with a few women to really get this to work. And then it's like, bingo, it clicks and it works. And this is usually a very good key factor, $10 elf. Okay, so let's get started. I am going to use, is this candlelit? Again, y'all, yeah, that's candlelit. Okay, I'm gonna use candlelit right here, but I'm also gonna use some amber. Now, with the younger women, you're gonna see them go real dark around the face and really highlight right here. And it's what gives you the three-dimensional face, the 3D, right? Seint 3D. And they paint it all on like cheetah hack and, you know, lines and polka dots. And it doesn't really always blend well on mature skin. It works great on a lot of younger women, or sometimes they don't blend it enough and they think it looks great in person, but on high def, we're all looking at it like, does she not see what I see? This looks muddy and ugly. But they love it. And I'm not one to tell them, don't do it that way. They love it. I'm not gonna tell them otherwise. But I'm gonna tell you right now that as mature women, we have to do it a little differently, okay? So I am going to, gosh, where are my brushes at? All my brushes are missing. This is so weird. My main brush is missing. My main highlight brush is totally missing. The one that I tell everyone to get. How is it missing? Lord have mercy. Y'all, okay, well, anyway, I tell everyone to get, it's gone. It's totally gone. I don't know where it could have gone. All right, well, you know what? That's that. I tell everyone to get the 3D brush because I love how it applies. So I'm just gonna have to use the blush end of my bronzer brush. It's not what I planned, it's not what I wanted. We're gonna do makeup a little differently. So I'm gonna take a little bit of candlelit, okay? And I'm just gonna do a little bit. Look how little that is. Very little, because the makeup is so creamy. Now, if you need heavier coverage, you can put this on heavier for sure, but I don't like heavy coverage. I want my skin to look like skin. I'm gonna do it down the sides of my nose. Our upper lips are usually a little bit lighter, okay? And do you see how my chin's darker? I'm not putting candlelit there, because if I put candlelit on this dark red chin, you're gonna see it. So I'm always trying to convince women, I promise you're gonna go darker than you think. I promise it's gonna work. But I am gonna do, I have a light jaw. So I'm gonna do a little bit here. Because I don't know about you, but I'm starting to get sun damage on my jawline. I'm starting to get a lot of discoloration and freckles and sunspots on my jawline. I never had that before. I'm going in the outside of the face, okay? Just really look at your face. I'm trying to train you to look at your face and go, where am I lighter, okay? So like I'm darker on the sides of my nose, I'm putting amber here, but down the center of my nose, I'm light, so I'm putting candlelit. My forehead is light, so I'm putting candlelit, okay? The outsides of my face are light, so I'm putting candlelit, but very little, okay? Upper lip is light, I'm putting candlelit, okay? Now I'm gonna go in with amber. And it's all gonna blend together, so you don't have to worry about being super precise with it. Here's my amber right here. It's a little bit darker. And I'm gonna go, look, you see how that looks more yellowy, and most people get really scared by that. They're like, Michelle, you said this was the right color, but look, see how that blends in? I take it a little bit on the inner cheek because the inner cheek has some redness. It's all about the blending, okay? See how I'm just kind of like, but see, you can still see some of my skin texture showing through, and that's okay. I'm gonna take a little bit on my chin. I just kind of dab and dab. Do you see how I'm doing that? And you can do some little circular motions. You have to be careful with circular motions. So if you use any type of retinol, retinoids, retin-A, tretinoin, because you can actually exfoliate your skin with the brush. So you have to be careful. Okay, see how my skin here looks lighter now? Okay, so looking at me, you would never think, oh, she has 2 different colors on. You would never think that. But we're so silly to think like, oh, one color is gonna do my whole face, when we have redness, we have purple red, we have sun damage, we have a lighter jaw usually. Some people have darker jaws, but most of us have a lot lighter jawline. We're so silly to think one color is gonna combat all of that. So most women are gonna wear probably two highlight colors. And I hate the word highlight because it sounds like we're highlighting our face. It's foundation. That's what Seint called. Now notice I didn't take it anywhere around the eyes. Nowhere around the eyes. I didn't take it up to the hairline because I'm gonna do bronzer up there, okay? Then I like to take a sponge and I press it all into the face. This is the Stands Out sponge. I absolutely love it. This one is dirty, so it comes white. I have a new one that I just bought on Amazon. It's in my office and I did not get it today. That's okay. See how I'm pressing it? This sponge is so cool because you're gonna dampen it, not wet, but dampen it the first 3 times you use it, and then you never have to dampen it again. And it's just like this amazing memory foam. And what I like about it for mature skin is it really presses into all the nooks and crannies of our face, okay? So now I'm looking close up, okay? I don't see texture. Nothing is settling in my pores. And real close up, I just look like I have beautiful, creamy, radiant skin, right? Who doesn't want that? Creamy, radiant. And when you guys send me photos of yourselves wearing Seint, get down from there. Absolutely not. He's a thief. What do I always say? Oh my gosh, creamy, radiant, creamy, radiant. That's what we all want. Okay, so we're gonna use my bronzer now, okay? And I'm gonna tell you something, my bronzer wasn't working all that great. My Bella bronzer, I've had it since February, and I was like, my brush isn't picking it up. Well, it had a weird film over it. And I think it just over time, when we touch the oils of our face and then put it into the product, I think over time it gets like a kind of a weird hard crust on it. So what I did was I took a tissue, I went like this, I really took off that top layer, and now it's working beautifully again. So if anyone's having trouble with anything, rub off that top layer. So I'm gonna take my bronzer brush, okay? Ooh, and I already picked up a bunch. See, it wasn't doing that before. I couldn't, oh yeah. Don't be scared, don't be scared, don't be scared. So this is how we mature gals are gonna get the 3-dimensional. We're gonna do it with bronzer because Bella bronzer is extremely sheer, and even close up, it's really natural and it does not leave texture. It's so pretty. I started with tan lines. A lot of you remember my first videos. I started with tan lines, but I put everyone in Bella. If you're a woman of color, if you're on the light side, I might still put you in Bella. If you're deeper skin, but you want that beautiful, glowy, sun-kissed look, I put you in Heat Waves. Everyone else, Bella, 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 everyone gets Bella. Bella is so gorgeous. So I do my nose, I do my cheeks, I do the top of my forehead. And do you see now, look, I'm a little bit highlighted here, like I'm lighter here, darker out here, darker here. I'm not contouring because guess what? I don't contour, ever. Sometimes I'll do my neck, but I'm not doing that today. You know why? It's not how I feel prettiest. Today, the video is how do I feel prettiest in Seint makeup. But I will take a little bit of bronzer on my neck because my neck is lighter than my chest. You can see my chest has a lot of sun damage. So I do like to put a little bronzer. And what's so pretty about Bella bronzer is it's so sheer. No one will even know you had bronzer on your neck, okay? So I really make sure that bronzer is really, really blended in. And then guess what? I take my sponge again and I go in and I really pounce it and press it into the skin so that again, it looks like skin. Now, for some of you, you might be like, this is way too much work, but you know what? I promise you, you'll become autopilot. In no time at all, you will become autopilot. Okay, look at that close up. Can you see that? Again, nothing under the eyes yet. And look, you can still see a little texture. Now, some of you might want to cover that up, but I'm going to put blush over it, and I can even add a little bit more bronzer. But again, when I'm with people in person, do you know what people say to me? They comment on my eyes or they comment on my skin. And that's why I play up my eyes, because, you know, our eyes are so expressive, and I like people to notice my eyes, and I like people to go, wow, your skin is really pretty for 55. So I don't mind if there's a little bit of sun damage. And by the way, I'm getting a chemical peel at the end of the month and I cannot wait. Okay. Is that so creamy and radiant and so, so pretty close up? I'm telling you, there is no Chanel or YSL product that gives me this look. This is why this is my favorite go-to makeup, okay? Now, hear me out. If you are on the oily side, we're gonna need a little bit of powder, but I'm not gonna do that yet because I don't have my blush on, and I'm not gonna put my blush on until I put my eyes on. So here's what I'm gonna do. My favorite eye look, I did all these eyeshadows. I wanted it to look so pretty for Charleston. I was taking a friend out to dinner, and I got there and I did not like how I looked. So I took it off and I did my MAC paint pots. You know, I love Painterly and Laying Low. Today I have Laying Low on my eyes. It looks like I have a nude eye, but that's the Laying Low MAC. I'm taking the Bella bronzer again, and oh, I'm so happy my Bella's working again. I was like, what? There's no way this dried out in 6 months. Well, no, I just probably had developed a crusty oil film over it that dried it out. And so if you take that film off, I'm telling you, Bella becomes brand new again. And if that's happening with any of your blushes or your highlights, same thing, just take a layer off with a tissue, okay? So to me, if you were up close in my face, Bella in my crease feels youthful because it's not a shadow, it's a cream. And this just goes back to how pretty creams are on mature skin. So see, that's all in my crease. We've created some nice dimension, and that's it. Now we're done with Bella. Okay, we're done with Bella. And now let's see. I'm going to take an eyeshadow. I want a little bit of a shimmer, just a little bit. And I think I'm going to take some Foxy. I think I'm gonna do a little bit of Foxy. Just right there on the eye. See how subtle that is? A little bit of Foxy. And it's not my whole eyelid. Do you see how I'm just doing this in the center of the eyelid? It's so when I move my eyes, you see a little bit of that highlight without looking like you caked on a ton of eyeshadow. And then I love Cupcake or Sabrina. If you like more of a matte, do Cupcake. This is Cupcake, it's so pretty. I'm gonna do Sabrina. It looks like Cupcake, except It is got a little bit of a shimmer. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm missing some brushes. This is so weird. Okay, so I'm gonna take a little bit of the Sabrina and I'm gonna go right on that inner eye for that real pretty inner eye highlight, okay? I'm telling you, this is how I feel the most beautiful. I absolutely love this. Okay, now I'm going to take my I found it. That's the 3D brush. I took it to Charleston. That's my favorite brush right there. Okay. You already know what I'm gonna do, right? I'm gonna do my tight line. I'm gonna do my tight line. My favorite pencil is the Give by Gwen Stefani. Look at the difference in the eyes. And if you don't wanna do eyeliner, that's all you have to do. But again, I'm showing you how I look the most beautiful, in my opinion, close up for every day or even special occasion. I might take the tiniest bit on my lash line. Do you know how when you draw on your lash line, but you're almost drawing more on the lashes than the eyelid? That's what I'm doing right here. I'm kind of drawing more on the lashes. Okay, and I'm just doing the outer corners because here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take the NV+1. I said it wrong in one of my first videos, and this is what happens when you're brand new to a company and you don't truly know all the names and they're magnetic and you can't read the back of them. And PS, you have to have readers on to see any of these names. Can you see what that says? Huh? No, me neither. Wait till these beauty creators, wait till these makeup companies, wait till they're all older and they have to read their own labels, and then suddenly everything will be big and bold. Okay, I'm gonna take NV+1 with my spot brush, and this is my favorite look, okay? I smoke it at the top of my eye line. I love it. Do you see how soft that is? It's so soft and shadowy and smudgy, it almost doesn't even look like makeup. Now, if you have a hooded eye, or if you have a super, super oily eyelid, we all have oily eyelids, all of us. It's just how God made us. We have oily eyelids. But if you have a really hooded eye or a super, super oily eyelid, this might not be the product for you. But guess what? You can return anything with 30 days. Then whatever is left on the brush, I'm not gonna add more, I go under my eye because it creates the most beautiful natural shadow that when people are close up in your face, they will not see makeup under your eye. They will literally think your lower lashes are casting a shadow, and that's what we want. Makeup is an illusion. We want them to see illusion and not like actual makeup, okay? So then I even take this spot brush and I kind of like wing it out a little bit. Do you see how soft and like almost like airbrush that looks? And then under my eye, do you see that? It just looks like natural shadow. Plus, any redness I have under my eye, now I've just covered it lightly with NV+1, and we don't have to take concealer all the way up to the lashes, which only ends up making us look flat and puffy, you know, like flat and like we woke up with puffy eyes. If you go too light under the eye and take it all the way to the lashes, you will look flat and puffy, and that is not a cute look, okay? All right, so there we go. Now it's time to go into Demi before we do blush. Demi is the whole reason I got into Seint. Now, I'm gonna take Y01 because it's still summer. I can still wear this. Otherwise, in the winter, I wear GY1. I wear green yellow one. But I can go in, watch this, with this fluffy brush. See how fluffy it is? I'm just feathering it on. And that took even more pinkness out of my cheek. I mean, my chin, look. See that beautiful sheen? It looks like skin. It does not look like makeup. Then I love it for rosacea, but I don't have rosacea, but it's great for rosacea. And then look, it's great for broken capillaries, which I have. But my friend Kara is an electrologist. She does electrology, and she's gonna take away my broken capillaries. If you have broken capillaries around your nose or cheeks and you wanna get rid of it, go get electrology, because then they're gone forever. And I'll show you guys that process when I do it. She's moving closer to me right now. She's in Washington State, okay? Look at that. See? Took all that redness out. And the reason it's this orangey peachy yellow is because our red, our broken capillaries, the red in my chin has a ton of blue in it. Remember how I said my chin looked kind of purplish? It's because red has a lot of blue in it. So that's why this Y01 works so great over redness. Now, I'm gonna take my bright brush. This is the bright brush, and I am going to do my tear troughs. 03 works on most Caucasian under eyes. It can also work on light Latino, light Asian. 03 works on most medium and lighter skin tones. But we'll talk a minute about, actually, you know what? I'm doing a whole demi video next week. Next week is just demi. So tune back in and I'll show you different ways you can wear it. Okay, look at that. See this darkness? Look at that. See that reddish purple? Look at that. Now, when I do this, look, oh, there's my dents. But guess what? That's a three-dimensional issue. We can't do anything about that. But when I hold my head up high, like the queens that we are, look at that. The light hits us and you can't see our dents. So hold your head high, okay? And then now I'm gonna do this side. I do go up into the side of the nose because we have a little blue vein that runs up there. Sometimes our darkness runs up there. Okay. Do you notice how I have a couple blue veins? It's great at canceling blue veins. See this blue vein over here? Can you see this? I'm just hitting it in a couple spots. I'm not painting out the whole vein, but now the vein's gone. Do I have a vein? Oh, see this vein here? I'm just painting out a couple spots of the vein. And now it's gone. Isn't that amazing? I love it. I love Demi. It changed my life. Okay, and now we are going to go in with my other spot brush, because I have many. And I'm going to take the fluffy side of my spot brush and I'm going to go into 01. 01 is such a beautiful under eye brightener for Caucasian skin. If you are olive or golden, this is your under eye brightener, Y01. It's so pretty on my friend Carla. My friend Carla wears Y01 because she's tan right now, but in the winter, she could wear some of this 01, I bet. I don't know till I see it on her. Okay, look at that. And do you see how that lifts the corner of my eyes? Look at that. So, so pretty. And because I'm putting it on with this feathery brush, you can't put it on too heavy this way. This way the color cancels the color. If any of you send me a picture and I see a big, huge area of 03 because you've really caked it on, I know you did it wrong. You shouldn't be able to see the color. The color cancels the color and it should just be neutral. It just means you put it on a little too heavy, and that's okay. There is a learning curve to this. Don't think you're gonna nail this the first time. I'm a 25-year pro and I did not nail this the first time. Okay, sometimes I like a little 01 down my nose. Sometimes I like a little 01 up here on my brow. Look at that compared to that. Do you see how it just pops? But look close up. It doesn't look makeup-y, it looks like skin. I love 01. I just love it. Look at that. Oh, the dimension it gives. And then I can even do a little bit on the tip of my nose. And then something I like to do is I like to take the 01 from the tear trough and I kind of come down the nose, the side of the nose, and then see how I paint it on that inner cheek right there. This is gonna create a voluminous cheek. Now I have volume in my cheeks when I smile, but this actually makes me look like I have a fuller face, right? This is why women get fillers. So this little cheek, this little 01 down the side of the nose, and look, I'm not going into the bridge, I'm just over here going down and then buffing it out, but look at that. Do you see that? I love that trick. And then if you have marks from your sunglasses, like do you see this red spot here? Y01. And it just kind of like lightens it. See? Gone. It's amazing. Color correction's amazing. Okay, and I'm going to do a pretty blush. What do I want? First of all, I'm gonna do my favorite lip pencil, which is, oh darn it, here it is. No. It's BFF by ColourPop. Hey, shh. Come over here. Hey, bye-bye, sit down. Okay, so that's my favorite lip liner. I love this. It's so soft and natural. I just love BFF. And then I'm so excited to talk to you about our Solstice color. It's a lip balm and now comes in a tin. This was something special we did in May and I got it and I love it. But it comes in a tin now. And it's called Solstice. So pretty. And then look at how nude my lips look, but in like a really soft, pretty way. Like they don't look old. I love it. Okay, now I'm gonna do, I've got the bronzer on. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I want some of this Tangerine. I know I used it in a video already, but I just can't help myself. I really love it. I kind of tap it first. But oh, it smells so good. It smells just like tangerine. I feel very pretty in warm colors. Look at that. And do you see how sheer it is? It's so pretty. Like I can't even handle it. And then I take a little bit on my outer eye so it all ties in and it's all cohesive. Plus a little bit of that tangerine further counteracts those blue veins on the side of my face. I might hit this little, I have this little red spot here and then my sunspot, I might hit that for you, but really that's more for Demi next week. Little bit on my nose, just a tiny bit on the nose to make it all blend. A little bit on the outside of the eye. Okay. I am going to quickly put mascara on because to me, this whole look is not complete, ouch, until my mascara is on, but I'm already loving this look, so I'll be right back. Okay, a couple more tricks and then we're done. Now that I have my mascara on, I realized that I want a little bit more depth in the outer corner. Now I might do this for daytime. This is very pretty and I love it, but I really like that little bit of depth in my outer eye. And so I'm gonna take a color that we have called Cocoa. Let's see. Coco's this really dark brown right here. And I'm gonna take a little bit and when I send you eyeshadow suggestions, and I send it to everyone, whether you ask me for eyeshadow or not, I send everyone eyeshadow suggestions because it's just easy. It's easier for me to add it and have you almost decide months later you want it than for me not to add it and you come back and go, hey, what eyeshadow should I get? So I just send everyone an eyeshadow suggestion. Coco's usually one that I put in almost everybody's because it just makes a really great, look at the difference in the two eyes. Like this is like more Kardashian and this one's more natural. Either one. You might like this one better. That's fine. You don't have to do this. But I love it, and it makes my eyes look longer. They aim up a little bit more. I love this look. So when I tell you to put something in your outer crease, that's what I mean. It's like a little sideways V, okay? Now I'm gonna blend it in a minute. It's not blended yet. But again, this is my 6-month review on how I do my makeup when I wanna look the most beautiful. For instance, we have really good friends from Los Angeles, because Rob and I are born and raised in Los Angeles. We lived there 44 and 46 years. And we moved here 10 years ago. So we have good friends coming out. We're taking them to dinner. I guarantee you I'm doing this exact look. I could maybe change the lipstick a little bit, but I guarantee you I'm doing this look right here because this is how I feel most beautiful. I absolutely love this. Everything I used, I'm not gatekeeping anything. I'm not putting on products and not telling you about it, okay? See? Okay. Then I'll take a big fluffy brush with nothing on it, just a big fluffy brush. And look, we just diffused it. It just helps blend it better. See? So it's still there, but it's lighter. Look at that. Look how huge my eyes look. Like this is my jam right here. This is it. This is my jam. This is how I feel most beautiful. Okay, now my next trick. This is a great hack. You're gonna take your setting spray. Do I like the Seint setting spray? No, and I'll tell you why. Smells great. Was formulated for our makeup, so perfect match there. It is the most accosting bottle. You spray it and it's like, like that. Oops, sorry. They need to work on the spray. It needs to be like a mist and it sprays you in the face and you get wet in some areas and not in others. So we're gonna do Charlotte Tilbury. Look at this. See that beautiful mist? We're gonna mist the whole face, okay? The whole face, the sides. You wanna feel, I don't wanna say saturated, but you wanna feel 100% mist on every inch of your face. Then, this is very important for the under eye for Demi. You're gonna look in a close-up magnification mirror. I'm not creasing here, but I'm creasing a little bit right here. So watch this. I'm gonna take my ring finger. I'm gonna pat it out. Perfect. I'm spraying the setting spray on the back of my hand. And I'm tapping it over the Demi. And I'm telling you, this stays on 10 hours. It's amazing. Anywhere I have Demi, I'll do a little bit, okay? So you're like, wait, Michelle, you didn't powder. Do you powder? I setting spray first. Because if you powder your face and you don't wait long enough for it to really melt into your skin, and then you do this, you can create a mess. You can create a pasty mess, or your makeup could break up because maybe your oils are already starting to come through, mixed with setting spray, mixed with powder. Not pretty. So we're gonna set it all with this. And then once we're dry, we are gonna take powder. And you know what? I was gonna use my Say powder, which I love, but I think I'm gonna use the Seint powder. Because after all, after all, the Seint powder, this is a cute brush too. This is, see, they don't put what the brush is. They need to do that. Seint, you need to do that. But I think this is like a fluff brush. Anyway, I'm gonna take our vanilla setting powder. I didn't use this a lot in the beginning. I do now because it's like, oh, it was made for the product. You know, when a company works hard making something for the product, it's kind of important to take that seriously. So for me, I just go where I'm a little sheeny. I'm normal to dry, but I can get a little bit of sheen through the T-zone. Okay, do you see how little? I'm just kind of doing this. Tap, tap, tap. Okay. But look, I still have a beautiful sheen all over my face, but now I've set it with powder. And then watch this. If any of you have your hair sticking to you and you're like, ah, I can't stand the hair sticking to me. Boom. Boom. There we go. And there you have it. I love it. I feel gorgeous. I feel beautiful even close up. The demi is unbelievable. It's now set with our setting spray. I love the eyes, which is a mixture of creams and shadows. Lips, this beautiful, where is it? It's my solstice color. I don't know where I put it, but it's so pretty. So if you have any questions, let me know in comments. If you are new here and you love mature content and you want more education, please subscribe. It's so important to let YouTube know that this is the type of content that you want and need. And you can even click the notification bell to get notifications. But I do a Seint video every Wednesday night, and I do a traditional makeup video every Saturday morning. And I'm really gonna try to stick to that schedule the best I can. But I felt my audience needed to see my 6-month review. Do I still love it? Yes, more than ever. I think I love it more now than I did 6 months ago. And you can see how natural and pretty that looks even close up. And I can help you look that way too. Free color matches are always available. You just click on the link. If you don't know how to find links, if you're new and you don't understand how YouTube works, you have to click on the video title and a menu pops down, and then you'll see free color match link. And it can take up to a week because I can only do 30 to 50 a day, so please be patient, but I will get to you. If you already work with another artist, but you like things that you've learned about me and want to support me too, I never tell anyone to leave their artist. I would never do that. But you can always use one of my party links, and then you can shop through me and keep your artist. And it's like a win-win for everyone. And it honors my time and expertise, and I really appreciate it. So bye for now. I hope this helped. And again, I'm always available for really great questions and comments. And it's how I learn what my audience needs, is by commenting. So don't be shy, okay? Bye for now.